Hi, we're going to work on chapter 6 in the Spotlight. This is the second one, simulating dice with objects. So we'll go through this here with you. So dice traditionally have 6 sides representing the values 1 through 6. Some games, however, use specialized dice that have a different number of sides. For example, the fantasy role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons uses dice with 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 20 sides. Suppose you are writing a program that needs to roll simulated dice with various numbers of sides. A simple approach would be to write a die class with a constructor that accepts the number of sides as an argument. The class would also have appropriate methods for rolling the die and getting the die's value. So here's a UML of the die class. You have sides and value as the attributes, and then the constructor die, roll, get sides, and get value as the methods. Let's go ahead and create the class here. So I've already got Visual Studio Code for Java loaded up here. I'm going to open the folder. So I'm simulating dice. And then I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call it die.java. Right, because it's going to be my die class. Okay, this one, since we're using random numbers, we'll have to input the random library. So import java.util.random. And then we'll do our class, public class die. So then here what we're going to do is we're going to have our two attributes. Both going to be ints, sides, and private int value. Then our constructor, name of the class is the name of the constructor, int num sides will be passed in, and so then we would set sides equal to num sides, and then we're going to set value equal to, or I'm sorry, we're going to do roll, and when we create roll, that will automatically set our value then for that. Okay. So roll's underlined in red there because we haven't created it yet, so that's going to be the next thing we do here. Public void roll. We don't pass anything into it. We create our random object, random rand equals new random, and then value is going to be equal to rand.nextInt sides. And then we have to add 1 to it because next int is going to get a number between 0 and 1 less than sides. Adding 1 to it will be 1 through sides then. Okay. So then we got that one done. We got 2 more to do. We got the int get sides. We're going to return the number of sides that we have. So that's just going to be return sides. And then we need our get value. And that's going to be return value. Okay, so that's our whole class. I'm going to go ahead and save this. So I have it ready to go when I do the other one now. So all we want to do is do a test program for this. And get things ready here. Okay, so I'm going to do file, new file. This is going to be called dicedemo.java. Be in the same folder as the die class. We don't have anything on this to import in, so we're just going to start off with our public class dice demo, then our main. So here we're going to have three constants. First one is going to be die1 underline sides. That's going to be equal to 6. And then we're going to have another int die2 underline sides, and that's going to be equal to 12. And then we're going to have another one, another int, which is going to be our max rolls. That's going to be equal to 5. And int, got the T off of there. There we go. Okay. So let's print out some information for this. And print out this simulates the rolling of and then we'll go to the next line. Space there. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Take that off there. Look at this yet. Okay, quote, space, plus. Then we come down to the next line. Die1 sides, plus, space, sided, die, and a, quote, plus. Down the next line. Die2 sides, plus, space, sided, die. Okay. Then we're going to do a system.out.println. There we go. It's going to be initial value of the dice. Oh, sorry. Forgot something way up here at the beginning. Put that in there now. We need to do our, create the objects of these. So die1 is going to be equal to die1 sides. Then we're going to have, oops, there we go, die2 is going to be equal to die2 sides. And I don't know why die is underlined there, because die is the name of the class. Oh, I remember now. We need to have a new on the front of these because we're creating a new object. There we go. Okay. So now we come back down here. And so what we're going to print out in here is rolling the die. Actually, I missed a line. We'll go ahead and put this in here because we're going to need this next anyway. Max rolls plus times. Okay, so what we're actually doing here is underneath this line initial values here, we're going to put a print line in here, system.out.println. It's going to be die1 dot get value plus quote space quote plus die2 dot get value. Okay, so that's what was when we created the two objects here. Remember, we called roll in our constructor, so that would be the initial values of die1 and die2. So now what we're going to do is run a for loop that will simulate rolling the dice for us here. So for int I equals 0, I less than max rolls I plus plus. So then in here, we're going to roll each of the dice and then print out the results of that for the 5 times that we're going to roll this. So die 1 dot roll, and then die 2 dot roll. So we're going to print die 1 dot get value plus space or quote space quote plus die 2 dot get value. Okay, so hopefully that's everything that we need in there. I'm not seeing any underlines. Let's see what happens when we run this. So there's our initial values were 3 and 10, and then when we rolled these the 5 times, we got 1, 11, 3, 9, 2, 2, 3, 5, and 2, 5. Roll it one more time. And then we get some different numbers on there. Okay, so hope this gives you some help, or not help, but understanding on random numbers and classes and how to use a class in a program. Bye.